Good evening, Eileen, Tesch. Just two things. Number one, I just learned last week that the school millage renewal is going to be on the ballot in May. And what concerns me is that after you decided to unanimously vote for the Brownfield redevelopment on the Cordes property, giving them 24 years of our taxes and our millage, that according to the Brownfield redevelopment, all of that money goes to Cordes Brothers for the next 24 years. Now, thankfully, the county commission has not made a decision yet. They have a new board, so I'm sure it's going to be on the agenda soon as to how they're going to proceed. Because as you heard Commissioner Rushing say, I'm not about to approve anything until we understand what the Brownfield Redevelopment Act really means and how much of these money that they're gonna get, because the county is going to be writing the checks. So my concern is that the people need to know that if they should vote on this school millage renewal, that money may be going to Cordes Brothers. So I think, I recommend, suggest that you get together and figure out how you're gonna notify the people of what could be the consequences of this millage coming up. Good evening, Eileen, Tesch. Just wanted you to know that I just did some research, and they now have chicken chain fence tubes. So it doesn't require any outside fencing, that the tubes, the chickens can run right from their place through the tubes. They're safe, they're protected from predators, and so just thought it was interesting. Okay, guess what I want to talk about? Brownfield Redevelopment Act. So I see, based on our water bill, that you have notified the community that there is a special election on Tuesday, May 6th for the Algonac Community Schools. A proposal will be on the ballot for the Algonac Schools operating millage renewal. Voters may request absentee ballot, etc., etc. Okay? But as I came here last time and said, it is my humble opinion that you have a duty to notify the constituents, the residents, that this money, this millage, may be in jeopardy because of the Brownfield Redevelopment Act that you all passed at the last city council board. So this was a presentation at the county commission meeting, and it says this plan that you voted for 24 years captures or borrows, or as some constituents have stated, steals millage money that the citizens have voted on for specific things like senior millages, libraries, parks, and many others, to fund infrastructure costs for a private housing development by Corcat properties in Algonac. This is a precedent-setting move in St. Clair County to override the free market and use the public's money against their voted wishes in a millage. Corcat properties developed the housing along Kearney Drive in St. Clair and many other properties without such assistance. Let's call this what it really is: an attempt to find another way to use public money to pick winners and losers by the government. It's wrong, disrespects the voters of St. Clair County, and I urge this board to vote against it. Well, obviously, the commission did, I don't even know if they voted against it, but they tabled it until the new board was seated. So, having said that again, I urge you, because it's going to be all over social media, so I just would suggest that you get ahead of it to let the people know what in fact is going to happen to the school millage.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to show love. We had a really, really good time this year.
Yeah.
Joe was there. He got this like really big poster and everything. It was fun. Thank you guys so much for coming. We did really good this year. Yeah, and a few people had said, you know, and I hate to say kids, they're adults,
Yeah.
but to me, they're kids and stuff. Just to see them all dancing and having a great time, it was a lot of fun. And to speak to about what Mrs. Tesch had said, I do not want to see this turn into an issue with the school millage. The Brownfield project is a non-issue. To have this keep coming up, to tie that into a school millage that is coming up is not correct in any way, shape, or form. Please understand that. School millages are important. And, you know, I've said it over pine trees, but, you know, please don't base your vote on a school millage for something that's a non-issue.
It's dead in the water.
It's done. It's not that it's stalled or being tabled at the county. That's not, it's done. It's not even anything that is going to be discussed at the county. And like I said, we had a school millage coming up. Do not factor in something that is a non-issue into your vote, please. And that's all I got. No more votes.
No more, one more thing.